Okay, so this video is going to show you how you can use VMware to run the 10.8.2 VMware image. I'm sorry that this image took so long. To download this image, if you go to the link in the description, it is the release notes of this, and it will have a download link for a torrent and a download link for direct downloads. So if you grab it via either of those, the torrent link will probably be faster. So once you've downloaded, you'll have this file here, which is a 7-zip folder. So if you don't have it, download 7-zip and just extract using 7-zip, so like that, and you will end up with this folder. Now inside there, you should have these three folders here. So you have the OS X Mountain Lion folder, the VMware Unlocker for the guest, and the VMware Unlocker for the hardware bypasser. Now, I'm not going to go through the bottom two, but if you have a look in the top corners of the screen now, there is a video which will explain both of them. And so you know if you need to watch it or not, I'll say that if you've never used the Mac OS X guest, then you need to use that. So make sure you go to the link there. And if you're not sure about the hardware virtualization bypasser, it's if you get the error that says this machine is incompatible with software virtualization or something like that, you must use hardware virtualization. That's when you need to use the hardware bypasser. So again, top corners of the video now, there's two links. So go watch those if you're unsure at all about what's going on with those two. And very quickly, just to answer a question before you actually get into it, the VMware 8 series unlocker works for VMware 9 as well. So if you have Workstation 9, you can use the VMware 8 unlocker to unlock it. So, and once you've done with the guest, you need to go to OS X Mountain Lion, and you can see that we have an iMessage VMX and an OS X Mountain Lion VMX. And so if you're not using iMessage, open up the Mountain Lion VMX. If you are using iMessage, I'm going to put a link on my video now. So if you click that, it'll show you how to use the iMessage thing. But again, make sure you read the release notes because it will explain in full detail. And so once you get to this point, you'll see VMware is open. And you can see in the bottom corner, we have a couple of, ways to contact me and stuff like that. And you'll notice that it's not a Workstation 9 machine, it's a Workstation 8. And pressing upgrade on this machine will break it. So just leave it as a Workstation 8. I did that for compatibility because I know people haven't got 9 yet and stuff like that. But I will be moving to 9 very soon. And so if you click on Edit Virtual Machine Settings, you can change the amount of memory that's allocated to your machine and stuff like that. The lowest I would recommend is a gigabyte, which is 1024 megabytes. I have absolutely no issues with speed on that, so that's my recommended. And you could change everything else, but I usually don't. I usually just leave it. And in options, leave everything exactly the same. So leave it as it, leave everything as it is. You can change shared folders and stuff, but apart from that, just leave it the same. So go to OK, and then press power on. And then once this pops up, click I copied it. Now with this build, the first boot will take quite a while because the software, the system has been installed, but it hasn't been set up, so it has to load up the special setup screens and stuff like that. So the first boot will take maybe, I think it's about a minute and a half, something like that. So bear with it, give it a good 5 minutes depending on your computer speed. And once you've set it up for first boot, it should be a lot faster than on. It should boot in 20 seconds to a minute depending on your computer speed. I currently have it booting at I think 25 once it's been set up, so it does work pretty well. So we'll just wait for it to start up. Okay, so that took maybe a minute and a half, I think, something like that. But I fast forwarded it in the video because obviously watching it is boring. And you'll see that you are now on the setup screen. So just select where you're from and all keyboard layouts and stuff. And then just type in your information. And what you should then find is that it starts up after it asks you for your time. So if we start it now, okay, so once, as I said, once it's doing the setup, it will be, kind of slow, but after it's finished, it will speed up significantly. And the reason for that is because I figure that I get a bunch of questions asking about the password for the VM when there isn't actually a password, so I just figured I'd just let you set the password from now on. And so here you can see Mountain Lion. As you can see, it's fairly snappy. If I go to About, you can see it's on 10.8.2, and you can see sound works. See if this can be picked up. Wait for it to finish. Okay, so maybe you can hear it, like the pop. That's from changing the sound, so that's the sound working inside the VM. I can't think of anything else. Oh, if you want to change resolution, you can install VMware Tools or VMSVGA. You can find those on my MediaFire folder, which is mediafire.com/ZakiSoul. But Zaki only has one H on that URL, so I'll put it in the description just anyway. But one thing to make clear very like right now is that VMware Tools and VMSVGA will not work on the iMessage build. You'll screw up your mouse. And honestly, I kind of have a fix for this, but it's like 60% whether it works or not, like works properly. So we'll sort that out soon. But I figured people have been waiting for this build, so I'll just get it out as fast as possible now. So I can't really think of anything else to say. If you get when 10.8.3 comes out, you should be able to update through the software update as long as there isn't anything that breaks in the system. And if there is, usually if there is something that breaks, I will write about it on the site, or someone will write about it on the site. So if you keep an eye on that, you'll be able to see if it's safe to update and stuff. And on that note, what you should do once it's all set up and started like mine is now, take a snapshot of it. And what that allows you to do is revert to the snapshot if you break it. So if the machine breaks, if you do something that makes it not work anymore or something like that, you can then revert to the snapshot, which puts you back at this exact point here, or wherever it is that you took the snapshot. And what that saves you doing is re-downloading the image if you've broken it or anything like that. And so if you're going to do something like upgrade it to 10.8.3, make sure that you take a snapshot beforehand, because that allows you to revert back if there is any bugs or anything like that. So that's something to keep in mind. And apart from that, I don't think there's anything else to say. There is, I think, a slight bug on that bit. If you click on the notification center, you can see that the bar on the right hand side, the scroll bar, flashes red. As annoying as that is, it's not actually that big an issue. The whole thing, kind of flashes a bit, but once you've installed drivers, that should work fine. But even so, it still works fine. It's just a graphics kind of thing. I haven't really had time to look at that, and I only noticed it about an hour ago maybe. So hopefully that's not a big deal. And yeah, so apart from that, remember to subscribe to my channel. There'll be more videos in future, and I'm going to do them more frequently. Not necessarily always images, but I'm going to show you different techniques on how to do different things, because I'm getting a lot of questions on a lot of stuff. In terms of asking questions and having issues, you can leave comments on the video, but I probably won't get them as fast as you would hope. So if you leave them on the release notes, if you go to that link, there's a comment system. So if you leave them in the comments there, they'll be answered faster. And apart from that, there was also going to be an FAQ uploaded to the site soon, and we're going to add questions there. So I'll put a link in the description to that link as soon as it becomes available, and that should answer a majority of questions that anybody has. And so yeah, apart from that, just subscribe to my channel. Hope this works out well for you. If it doesn't, don't hesitate to contact me, because I'm pretty sure that I can figure almost any issue in VMware you might have. And yeah, apart from that, that's all there is to say. So good luck with your VMware image. Remember to keep updated on the site and keep updated on my YouTube channel. And yeah, so apart from that, thanks for watching. Hope it goes well for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.